Hello, welcome to our YouTube channel. If you are new here, kindly subscribe. For returning subscribers, napenda nyinyi sana. As you can see, I'm wearing my t-shirt for the old name of the channel. This is where it all began, okay? They always say, never forget. Why am I breathing hard? Because I've been climbing the stairs. They always say, never forget where you came from. So this is where the channel originated from. So I was not just going to take these t-shirts and fold them somewhere, tie them and throw them away in some basket. I don't want them to feel abandoned. Because, you know, they've been here with me since the beginning, since the channel started. So today, these are just some random conversations that are always coming in my mind. Because I don't want to take a week or 2 or 3 without posting a video. Now that I am back and I'm still looking for finances to start traveling again so that I can show you executive places, executive things, and also so that we can bring you some little bit of drama and some how are we calling those local movies that we used to create. They are meant to educate people and also to entertain. So as I bring you entertainment and videos, kizungu kule ilikuja na meli. So being a Luo in itself is expensive. They always say kwa mjaluo ni gharama. People always wonder, is it the language, is it the culture, is it the people? I think it is just both. Because they are also Luos by birth, Luos by origin, Luos by identity, and Luos by choice. There are people who are not Luos by they live like Luos. Number one, Luos will love to live large, okay? If it is things that are bought or things that are made, we love them large. The big sofa, big TV, big refrigerator. We love to live large, okay? And life is also for the living. After all, you work so hard so that you can enjoy your hard work. If it is a bed, it has to be huge, okay? And also very, very comfortable. So we work so hard so that we can also enjoy that hard work, okay? Yes, we also remember that we have children and we have grandchildren and we have great-grandchildren. But we don't forget that we are people. We are people first, okay? Before our children, we were there. Before our grandchildren, we were there. Before our great-grandchildren, we were there. So we need not to forget ourselves, okay? Number 2, Luos. The language, the way the language is spoken is called intonation, okay? Intonation, it comes in a way that now we appear to be people who are proud, arrogant to some people who feel themselves a lot. It is because of the intonation of the language. So even if we switch from Luo to Swahili, Luo to English, it just comes, okay? But we are humble from inside. But our language is betraying us, okay? Yes. And also Luos, we love our community, we love our people, we love our children, we have a very big extended family-like situation, okay? Whereby my sister is like the second mother of my children, okay? My brother also is like the second father of my children. Same way where you are married also, the brothers to your husband are the second mother to your children. We have that big community that is responsible for raising children. That's why it's not easy to find a child from Luo land akikataliwa. Nobody is saying this is not our child, this is not, we don't want this child or blah blah blah. No. We have a very big extended family setup that is a support system that is ensuring things are going on. Of course, nowadays with digitalization and people living in town, some of these very good traditions are being broken, but it is still there, okay? Like if somebody brings for me my brother's child, I cannot tell them to go away with that child because that is my child. If somebody brings me my sister's child, the same way, okay? So that is just who we are as Luos. Another thing, Luos, we love to cook. and we like to cook good food. I'm not talking about cooking githeri where you have the beans, the maize, the waru, the cabbage, the green peas everywhere in one pot. No, 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 no. We cook good food. If it is fry, if it is fry, it is fry. If it is wet fry, wet fry. If it is with soup, it's with soup. Not everywhere. Everywhere and everything in the same pot. Okay, so we love to food and we love to cook, and this is always seen when we have guests. Okay, when we have guests, you know, you have to cook very good food, and you also have to serve it nicely, and also the vyombo that you use to serve are also classic, because you know we also love class. I think that's why people say that Luos are proud. But I'm proud to be a Luo. I can't imagine myself being born anywhere else, okay? Because I found myself here, and that is who I am, and that is my identity, okay? That is where I came from. That's where my father and grandfather comes from. Children belong to their fathers, okay? In my culture, that is. Yes, and another thing about us is there were so many. Why is this one disappearing? Let me just think for a second. Yes, we are good and very good and very generous. Luos are very generous. People who have interacted with Luos or dated Luos, we are very generous. Kama ni pesa, pesotas, pesotas, pesotas. We are very, very generous. And we are also nice people until we are provoked. Okay? You remember the way people always fight in their mother tongue. When somebody happens, or when you are angry, now you fight with your mother tongue, okay? So because I told you the intonation makes that language arrogant, so when we are annoyed, now we have to fight with our mother tongue. Yani you appear like somebody who is so dangerous, and maybe you are not even dangerous. It is just because of the intonation of the language. So even if you start speaking English, that intonation will interfere with the way the English is spoken. Okay? Yes. Then there are so many words that did not have Luo language or something, okay? Because even me, when I start speaking Luo now, English must just get inside. I think English and Luo can marry each other very well. English and Luo, they marry each other so well. It's like warm water and spaghetti. Spaghetti is the one that like hugging each other. Or what? Or it's like siagi and kate, blue band and bread. Once you spread, they hold each other. So like if you start speaking English, it just comes. Because also there are some things you can't, things that just come, like hotel. Hotel is just hotel. In Kijaluo it's also hotel. In English it is hotel. There are so many of them. I just can't remember now. Then there are also English words that also mean Luo. Like if you say sun, the sun for jua, the sun for a child who is a son. But if you say sun, now it changes the tone. It is now a plate. You get it? You get it? Yes. And the last thing about Luos is we also live large in terms of houses. Even if you go to, especially if you go to the rural, if you are blessed, if a Luo is blessed, they will build a palatial home where they are also enjoying that home. Yes, even if they're staying in town, they will stay in executive areas if they can afford it, okay? Unless they cannot afford it. But even if a Luo is staying in a slum, get inside that house, hey, you will just get that Luo feeling. It has to be arranged. If the walls are not like this, you have to put some curtains. You see those clear, transparent curtains so that they can cover the wall. You put a little Luo touches and decorations, okay? Yeah, so anyway, this channel moved from Luo to English, so I just decided to make that videos. Anyway, most of those things I've said are stereotypes. They are not true to all Luos. There are some Luos who are different. You know, people are also different. Like I'm different, you cannot compare me with somebody else. So those are just stereotypes. And these stereotypes always come when you interact with people for the first time. Okay, let me say I'm the first Luo that you interact with. You'll assume that all Luos are like me. But it's not true. I don't represent all Luos. I'm an individual person. Because after all, this tribe issue, it is just the language that makes you be called somebody from a particular place, okay? Like, I had a friend who is a Luo, but was raised in Elbagon. So if you know, Elbagon is not far from Nakuru, and that place most people speak Kikuyu. So that was their first language, even before they went to school, because it was the language of the catchment area. So by the time they were returning, she was about 16. She didn't know any Luo, but she could speak that language so well. Even their lifestyle, their family lifestyle was just like from where they come from, and everything. Yani, there's no way you could tell that this is a Luo. So let us just appreciate the differences and the dynamics with each other. I always love interacting with different people so that I also learn and I also grow.